Jimmy Thang from Maximum PC here. We're here at Targus's CES suite, checking out something that will allow you to convert your non-touchscreen laptop into a touchscreen laptop. And speaking with me is Tina. And Tina, can you kind of explain a little bit more in detail what we're
Sure.
actually experiencing here?
What our product does, it communicates with your laptop and makes it think it has a touch screen, even if it doesn't. So you don't have to have a new, $800, $900 laptop. You can take an existing Windows 7 computer, upgrade it to Windows 8, add our product, and you'll be able to use Windows 8, swipe, play your games, touch the screen as if you had a touch screen laptop. So what it is it's two pieces really: a receiver that clips onto the side of the laptop, and a pen that talks to the receiver. So basically what happens is, this is plugged into the computer, into a USB port. A magnet holds it onto the laptop bezel, and so make sure it's in the same place every time.
Mm-hmm.
And every time you press on this tip here, it sends a signal to the receiver and tells the computer where it's being touched. Now when you first set this up, you calibrate it, so you touch the corners of the screen. So that gives the receiver an understanding of where the boundaries are. So wherever it's being touched, it thinks it's going to that point. So that way when you're moving things around, it thinks like you're using your finger. So you can go into apps like Fresh Paint. You can start coloring, drawing. You can do your Charms window by bringing up the right-hand corner. You can switch between apps if you have multiple apps open. You can also close your screen if you have an app open and you want to go just like that. So the movements are the same as if you had a touch screen. You don't have to learn new gestures like you would with a touchpad or a touchscreen mouse. You don't have to remember 3 fingers does this, 2 fingers does that. It's whatever you would normally do with a finger on a touchscreen laptop.
Cool. And you said this is a magnetic attachment.
Yes, there's a little magnet that you apply, so you just leave this on whenever you set it up, so you can keep it on whenever you close your laptop and go. So every time you put it back on, the receiver always goes in the same place. So that means you only have to calibrate it once. You don't have to calibrate every time you set it up.
Okay. And I know some people are worried about magnets
Mm-hmm.
on monitors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you guys tested it and
Yeah, it's
found
a
that.
small enough magnet that doesn't have enough strength to actually do any harm, and you're also putting it on the bezel here, not on the actual screen itself, so it's not causing any interference.
Cool. And in regards to the pen, is it anything special other than the tip, or is
Well,
it?
the tip is a brush bristle, and basically what we did was we went through a lot of different rounds of what kind of materials to use. We tried plastics, we tried rubber, but this was the most flexible and the most not non-scratching material we could find. It's also highly durable. It's been tested to be usable for up to 3 years of heavy use, swiping, swiping, swiping. Now if you want to replace it, we can. We're going to offer free replacement tips through our customer service hotline if you want to replace them. And basically there's a little batteries in the back here that charge it, that allow it to communicate. So if the batteries go low, you'll see a little red light come on here, and they'll tell you your batteries are getting low. You should get into new batteries.
Do you know how long they last, the batteries?
About 3 or 4 months if you're doing heavy use all the time.
Okay.
And basically, so there's a receiver inside and talks to the receiver. So.
Okay. And just in terms of design,
Mm-hmm.
one of the questions that we run into
Mm-hmm.
ourselves is, do we really need touch on a laptop? And I assume that
Um,
you guys, well, obviously you guys.
Yeah, for Windows 8, we've done, I've been watching the news and looking at users and talking to people who have bought Windows 8 laptops or upgraded. And the general consensus is that Windows 8 is a lot more fun if you have touch. A lot of the apps are built around touch, and the screen itself looks more like a tablet than a laptop. So in general, we think Windows 8 is more appealing if you have a touch screen. And this product makes Windows 8 more fun, more productive, and more worthwhile to make the upgrade. Because a lot of people are happy with Windows 7 when you look at it. There's not a whole lot of reasons why you have to upgrade unless you have a dying need to play, cut the rope on your computer. But with touch, you have a whole new world open up to you, and then you have the whole app store, and you can do so many more things. So that's why we think that there's big opportunity for this product, because it just makes Windows 8 more interesting.
Cool. Is there actually a place where you can actually hold the pen, or is it like a mount or something?
Since there's a magnet here and this clip is metal, you can just kind of hold it and store it right there whenever you're not using it.
Gotcha.
whether or not you have it open or closed.
Cool. Is there any other functionality that has maybe like touch to zoom or anything like that, or?
You can also, oops, sorry. So if you wanted to zoom, you would click on this and then hold the button and then zoom in or out.
Okay. Is
So-
there anything else like that?
Similar to right menu, you would just hold the button on the screen. You
Okay.
hold the pen tip on the screen. So if I had an app open that had a right mouse menu, you just hold it up and it brings up the standard
Okay.
menu that comes up.
Cool. And can you kind of scroll around a little bit just so I can see if
Uh-huh.
there's any input lag or anything like that?
I can show you this one. This is the most fun to, demonstrating because you can paint, so you can select your different colors, your different brush strokes. This is the Fresh Paint app, of course. So you can. The faster you move, the more it simulates. This one simulates a real brush stroke. So if you go really fast, it starts to show like it's um, not as solid. But if you go slowly, of course, you have a solid paint line. That's how the app mimics painting.
Did you guys envision this for any particular purpose? Obviously, right now you're painting, and perhaps it has some art merits. Is there anything beyond that, or just?
Well, I think the killer app, I guess so to speak, right now is really all about creativity and playing. I think with 2013 version of Office, you'll have more applications with touch. Right now, standard Office, you don't have a whole lot of uses for touch, but with the beta version of 2013 that I've seen, you can highlight documents, you can circle on the forms themselves. When you're doing PowerPoint presentations, you can start circling things and actually doing things on the screen. So I think that's when touch will become more interesting for productivity applications.
Okay. And can you also use this device on desktop monitors as well? Is it just for?
Right now, the limit is 17 inches. So if your desktop monitor is 17 inches or less, then yes, you can. Towards the end of the year, we will have a version that will go up to 25 inches, but that's still in the works. So for the moment, it's 17 inches.
Is the reason just because it's the clip somehow only?
It's the strength of this receiver here and,
Oh, I
and
see,
how
I
far
see.
it can read. So if you get further out, then the signal is not as strong. So
Okay, can you actually talk about the technology and how this is possible?
it's infrared technology, so it's communicating whenever you press down on the tip. It's sending a signal to. See, when I pressed it, it thought I was touching the screen.
Oh, interesting.
So it's sending a signal to the receiver and saying, "Oh, it's being touched here."
So does
and
it
then
matter how?
communicates.
So I guess as long as you're within the 17 inches, you could be tapping on a piece of wood,
Yeah,
and then it would.
theoretically, yes, yeah. I could have something on top of this screen.
So how does it know where to project your paint, essentially?
When you set it up, you calibrate it, and this calibration is clicking on corners of the screen.
I see.
So that once you set it, then every time it creates this map of what the laptop screen is, and so every time you touch, it sends a signal, and the receiver kind of figures out where that is.
Can you like try tapping like down here, like not I mean like on your hand, so to speak? So just like on my hand,
Oh,
see if it
uh-huh.
kind of. Okay,
So
so
I'm
it
taping
is.
it right now. Yeah.
Right, so it's just like a layer on top.
Yep.
I see, cool. And do you guys have a price and release date?
$99.99 is the SRP, and release date's going to be Q2 sometime, so March, April.
999.
No, $99.99.
Okay, okay. All right. A little,
Sorry.
it gets a little confusing with all those nines. I'm sorry. What was the release date?
March, April.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you, Tina.
Okay.
And yeah, if you're into touch and you don't have a touch laptop, this is a viable solution for you. Thank you for watching.